You're up, Commissioner.
All right, we'll call our meeting to order. We do have one amendment to the agenda. We'll talk about budget at 11 a.m.
Mr. Chair, I'd make a motion that we accept the amended agenda.
We have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. Who wants to swear? Chantel.
I think John, because
You have to,
he's in
because
charge
you
of the
signed it.
board.
Huh? Anybody can sign it. Has it got mine?
Yeah.
Oh, it's got me. All right. Come up here, please. And thank you for accepting this responsibility.
You're very welcome.
Very excited.
Thank you.
Okay. Raise your right arm to swear.
Oh, hey, you guys got to move over this way so you're on the camera.
We're on the camera.
Okay.
All right, repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Chantal Latwubu,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Idaho,
and the Constitution of the State of Idaho,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of
Secretary of the Bannock County
Secretary of the Bannock County
Board of Community Guardians
Board of Community Guardians
according to the best of my abilities.
according to the best of my abilities.
Thank you
Thank
and
you.
congratulations. And I'll have you go ahead and sign here.
I feel like we need a band playing something. Hail to the chief or something.
All right. And congratulations and thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Chantel.
You're welcome.
Very
Thank
much.
you.
That's how we roll. We got to get you out of here today.
Okay. Christie.
Christy Clauser, Bannock County Comptroller. I have presented for you the year-to-date budget, revenue, and expenditures as of June 30. I did go through these and just have a few highlights that I can provide you, and then also some follow-up. We were going to discuss the moving of the monies that we had talked about last week and possibly better recommendations, which I do have. Thank you, Commissioner Huff, for delaying that. We are 9 months into the year, which means we should be 75% spent on expenditures. Revenues should also be no less than 75%. We are doing very well with revenues. They're all coming in. Waterways, snowmobile, some of those not so much, but those are more one-time year monies. Also, we have received the LATCF monies. We got $512,109. So we have that available if we needed it this year, otherwise we'll just roll to next year. A couple departments that are close. IT is at 94%, but they just had most of their big expenditures that have gone, so that's why it's kind of skewed that way. HR is at 89%. They don't have a big budget, and so that's probably kind of the same situation.
They're going to go over here in a minute.
I need to re-review fair maintenance. There's something going on in that department. I think it might just be coding or the way we have the roll-up codes. So I'll look into that one a little bit more and let you know if there's any concerns. I'm also going to do some projections on snowmobile. They're at 71%, but I had an email from Kyle that I've not responded to yet. He's wondering if there's some proactive items that he can maybe get started on equipment repairs, things like that. So as soon as I provide him those numbers, I'll have him come report to the board and give you ideas of what he would like to do.
Okay, good.
Waterways, we need to start spending that money. We've not spent anything yet. I'll put together some projections of how much I think we're going to get in revenue. It's going to be an absolute swag. But I'll work with Braden on trying to get that started, so maybe he can present some ideas to the commission.
Do you have a general swag at this point in time?
We are for revenue. I haven't projected anything out.
So when I was up at Island Park on the Buffalo River, they have a dock there and stuff that was accessible for handicap, for fishing and to have people go off there and boat and stuff. But it's just deteriorated. I mean, you can't hardly even, you couldn't go out there on a wheelchair anymore and stuff. And it just made me wonder if we need or have.
We have it at the wellness complex,
Right.
but I don't know where else we could have one. Right now, we are at 9,700 in revenues.
Okay.
I projected 25, but I'll look and see if July, August, and September payments are maybe a little bit higher. And then I'll just give it an estimate.
That just gives us a good place to start.
Yeah.
Thank you.
D6 has met revenue as of July. They had a budget of 750,000 in revenue. They're at 875. So the two other items that are a little bit more detail is Bannock County events. Scott's going to meet me after this meeting, so I'll catch him up on these numbers. But we have revenue without ARPA of just about $737,000. That does not include any of the revenue for Chris Young yet, because that concert hasn't happened yet. So that should help push us over a little bit. Expenses as of July are at $1,150,000. So right now we're negative about $410,000. But again, we have one concert to go, and so there's some other revenues we haven't received in yet, and then I need to just reassess some concession money. And then what we will do is, I'll get with Scott, we'll put together a profit and loss on each concert, and then do concessions, and we'll have to figure out how we're gonna deal with like the positions that are permanent in there and some of the one-time monies that aren't necessarily defined to concerts or events.
So on concessions, is it separated between like the horse races in that area and
My revenue,
concert?
I can look at the detail for it, but no,
Okay.
it's not.
I just,
We've got concessions, and I need to go in and do some code checking. We have concessions broken out into the concerts, but we've not broken out any of the other events. 4th of July has its own line, but anyways.
yeah, I was just kind of curious about, like the horse races and stuff.
Just to make sure I'm clear, that 737,000 is just ticket sales.
Tickets, concessions, sponsorships.
Okay, so that's all income.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then that 1.1 million includes the artist fees,
Yep.
all of that stuff. Okay.
All the events that we are running.
Okay, great.
Does the
And then-
1.1 million include the Chris Young payments?
The down payment only,
Okay.
not the final payment. So we'll have a final payment that we've got to make.
Was that was like a sub-6-figure payment, wasn't it? Without getting into specifics.
I need to look that one up. No. Well, it will be
Okay.
by the time we make the full payment.
Yeah,
The
I was-
partial payment was,
Under 6 figures? Okay.
So when did you anticipate having this report that you were talking about?
well, the Chris Young concert isn't until August 17th. So honestly, it's probably going to be the middle of September.
Okay.
And I found out yesterday we will have another concert announcement coming soon.
Sweet. This fiscal year?
No.
Okay.
You tell me that yesterday.
He didn't find out till yesterday afternoon. He literally got off the phone when I walked up there about 4 o'clock and he said, guess what?
Got another
Nice.
concert, huh?
Yeah.
Good.
The
Good,
last
good.
department to update you on is health insurance. We are over budget as of July by $180,000, but we do have unanticipated revenues that I can open the budget for. Traditionally, we'll open the budget the first part of September. So what I will do, if you're good with it, is probably about the middle of August, I'll do an agenda request, come before the board, talk about any departments that we might need to open the budget for, which there's going to be one other one that I'll get to in just a second. And then we
Same one
will-
as last year?
No, Office of Conflict.
Oh,
Okay.
And
Yes.
potentially probation. So, But anyway, so right now we have 681,000 that I can open the budget for. If I wait a couple of weeks, we'll have a little bit more revenue coming in. And I think if we move that money in, then hopefully that will finish us out through the year. And we won't essentially really be over budget.
And again, just for the record, what is that revenue that comes in that you're talking about?
The revenue is departments paying in. Then we've got employees' contributions. We have stop-loss money that we get from Gen Plan. And we have COBRA payments for people in COBRA that pay us in. And we have prescription rebates.
Okay.
The prescription rebates, the COBRA, and the stop-loss reimbursements, those are really hard to project.
Yeah.
So that's why I've been fairly conservative in those numbers, because I'd rather be conservative and be able to
Right.
open a budget than overestimate the revenues and,
Go the other way.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
No, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't like tax payments or something like that that was coming in.
One more question on the concert
Uh-huh.
money. Is that as of 6:30 or?
the concert money I gave you as of July 31,
Okay,
just simply because I wanted to give you the most current, even
Gotcha.
though statutorily I'm only reporting on June 30.
right, okay.
Follow-up to adult probation. Last week, I recommended that we use contingency to cover the $12,401. We've got revenues in the general fund that I can use to open the budget for that instead of dipping into contingency. So if the board is good with that, I will not do this letter. And then when I present to you in 2 weeks, I'll just open the budget for that dollar amount. And I will have hopefully a better number because maybe she'll have somebody hired and a projected start date. So it shouldn't be that 12,401. It'll be a little bit less because nobody started as of today.
Good.
So,
Okay.
will that be okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and then on Office of Conflict. Right now, as of July 31, the contract line is in the negative by $42,300. Again, I have letters to move monies, but we do have the state reimbursement dollar amount that we received this year for indigent defense. I didn't know what that number was going to be when we set the budget for '23, so I've got $600,000 right there. We can watch and see again in 2 weeks. I can present to you what I think projected we'll need, and then we can just open the budget for it as opposed to moving the money from A to B.
You didn't tell Dave we had that money, right?
I haven't told anybody until today, because I'm just now presenting it.
Cat's out of the bag now.
Just saying.
But Dave's budget is underspent at this point, so he should not need those funds.
I'm just being smart.
And next year I did project for the $800,000 that we will be getting, because now I know the dollar amount.
I'm all for waiting.
Okay.
Yeah, let's utilize that other funds.
Okay. And then, I mean, we can move money, but it costs to open the budget, just the publication costs. We're doing,
I'd rather just do it once and.
well, and that's the point, is if we're doing one publication, it's not gonna cost that much more to add this one in,
Yeah.
as opposed to moving the money from A to B,
Yeah,
so,
and we'll have a better number to look at, so
Yeah.
that works.
okay, that's all I got.
Thank you very much. Next item we have on is resolution number 2023-67, releasing the construction bond for the Cliffs subdivision.
Mr. Chair, on resolution 2023-67, I would make a motion that we go ahead and sign the resolution and release the bond.
We have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Next, we have a dozen contracts for the 4-H judges.
Those were received a little bit late, so our office is going to push those through for processing. You should have signed those last week, but we're going to get those pushed through because they need the checks Saturday.
Okay, any questions on them?
Nope.
I'd say there's such a variety of activities and pays and judging. Sign it.
Mr. Chair, I'd make a motion that we approve the, what were those again? The
4-H
4-H
judging
judging
contracts.
contracts as presented.
We have a motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Next, we have an agreement between the sheriff's office and youth football for
Contract services. Mr. Chair, I'd make a motion that we approve the contract between the sheriff's office and the youth football.
We have a motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Next, we have a tax cancellation. Actually, this is for an individual homeowner's exemption in 2022, and I went over and talked to Anita, and she says that we'll go back 2 years. We won't go back any further than that. My question was, oh, how do you get the money back from the taxing districts that they've already spent?
They'll probably do credit on the tax rate? Is that how she does it?
I don't know. She says they're able to go back 2 years, so.
I don't think we get the money back from the district because she has to ask me.
Just credit it next year.
So yeah, it's probably just a credit for the fall, or for the next.
Mr. Chair, I'd make a motion that we approve the tax exemption, homeowner's exemption as requested.
We have a motion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Next, we have the proposal for replacement of applicant tracking system.
Mr. Chair, I'd make a motion that we approve the contract for the applicant tracking system.
A motion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Next, we have final report payroll, and these are missed hours on the timesheets.
Yeah, it was a final paycheck for somebody, so we had to do a check on, I think she did it last week so that it would coincide with the final payment, but you guys had already received the paperwork, so.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion we accept the revised payroll report.
We have a motion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
And next we have July 20th and 25th meeting minutes.
Mr. Chair, I'd make a motion we approve the minutes as presented.
We have a motion, all in favor say aye.
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 We'll be at recess until 11.